What's up? This your boy Armageddon. I'm here with Atlanta the vlog, and we finna make it happen.
All right, man. What you been up to, man?
Nothing much. Doing a couple of open mics, networking, trying to do shows, man. A little bit of everything. Trying to dip my hands in anything.
Okay, so how did you get into music?
Music is just another way of expressing myself and basically using it as an scapegoat. You know what I mean? Another means to success and a final destination.
So that was one. But did you have like a particular reason why you wanted to get into it? Was it some motivation from another artist growing up or your family members?
No, a couple of my family members do music, but no one, like took it major to where, they did it as either as a hobby or as or as a profession. I guess I would be the only one in that sense. But I got my inspiration from artists like DMX, Tupac, Biggie, Bob Marley, and Scarface. You're looking at Redman, Method Man, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Rappers like that. I seen the music that they were doing and the originality that they brought to the table. So I figured I would just keep the torch going. Basically, they would pass it on to me, and I would just keep it going, man.
Okay, so how long you been doing music?
I've been doing music since I can remember, man. Since I was knee high. But I took a break to focus more on my career because I didn't have money to basically, put forward toward making this music career thing happen, because you got to have some kind of budget. I didn't have a budget to work with, to be honest with you. So I took it upon myself to get more educated, get more of an education, which therefore would back my music career. So I needed some balance. So I guess I started going hard since January.
This year?
Yeah, January of this year.
Okay, so you fresh then?
Yeah, you can say fresh, yeah.
So how did you get your name?
Armageddon, man, I went through 50, hundreds of names that I could have chosen. Back home, when I'm at the basketball court, hooping and stuff like that, a lot of people call me X. But I was like, there's a couple of cats out here with X, so Armageddon is what I chose. Basically means the final fight between good and evil. That's what that means. Every day, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. When it comes to hardships and troubles, trials, and tribulations, you're faced with a fight between good and evil. So Armageddon would be the perfect name for me, because every day I wake up, it's like another fight that I have to deal with, and I'm just waiting on that final fight between good and evil, to see basically that I conquer and come out at the top. So basically I'm fighting every day, and basically the Armageddon means the final fight between good and evil. This is basically where it took place.
Okay, so how did your family think about your decision to pursue music 100%?
Pursue music 100%. I mean, they follow me. They get behind me. They support me. Help me with as much as they can. My mother definitely believes in me. Other than that, man, my family know about me. They Florida, Georgia, back home in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? They all support me, especially the fam back in Kentucky. Everybody supports me because I was doing my thing big in Kentucky, man. Everybody knew me. Everybody, was showing love and respect. But I come from a small town. You know what I'm saying?
So you outgrowed it?
I can't say I outgrow it. I'll never outgrow the town, but it's a very small town where there's not much when it comes to music opportunity. There's no open mics, there's a studio, but it's nothing major, nothing big happening until you get to the cities. So
that's what brought you to Atlanta?
That is what's brought me to Atlanta. Actually, what brought me to Atlanta was opportunity. I was getting educated, going to school, trying to get money to support my, music that I wanted to do. And what brought me to Georgia is I heard that it was a place where people of color can come up very easily, quickly, without any backlashes, I guess you could say, without any, any turnarounds. And that's what I was getting with my town. From a small hick town, and they was giving me backlashes to where they would try to give me the opportunity but then tell me no. So I had enough of that, and that's why I came to Georgia.
So how you like it so far?
I gotta say, man, I gotta be honest about this one. Love Georgia, but come to find out, man, it's not many people are very. A lot of people are very self-centered. They don't talk much. When you try to dish out a CD or something like that, they like, no. First place I've ever seen in my life where a person would turn down some free stuff. If somebody yell out something free, I'm like, hey, I'm over there. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a piece of paper. I don't care what it is. A pen. I'm going to get it. I love free stuff. I'm pretty sure everyone else does. But I love GA, man. I love the opportunity that comes with it. Not everybody here is to be your friend, but I mean, it grew on me. Georgia grew on me. It's a different environment from where I'm from. Where I'm from, everybody is hollering at you and saying hi and what up and all that, But here it's, you got to make sure you make a name for yourself.
Okay, so when it comes to music, what are some of your short and long-term goals for this music?
Short-term and long-term goals. My short-term goal is to make a video. Get a video popping on YouTube, Facebook, all the social medias. That's my short-term goal. I already have a CD out called Music with a Purpose, because that's what I believe in making. And honestly, my short-term goal is to focus on this video and to get that popping.
And your long-term?
Long-term goal, basically for you to be seeing me on TV. Record deal, the whole nine, man.
Speaking of record deal, so you rather have a deal than to be independent?
Well, independent goes. I would love to be independent, and that's what I'm doing. Because honestly, I would say that I am one of the main people that are independent. You know what I'm saying? To independent to its max, because I don't have a manager, I don't have a producer, I don't have anything. I don't have anyone that's basically assisting me other than I got friends, I got family, I got people that's trying to promote and push my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm hooking up with a promoter. I got a friend of mine that's really doing a good job for me. But independently, I'm definitely pushing independently, but open, extremely open to the, to the labels, to the record deals. You know what I mean? I know Tech 9. That man did it big, and all the way from the bottom to the top.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood growing up. Like you a normal kid, just bad, or like misunderstood? You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, I was a bully, man. I was a bully, dude. Man, when I was growing up, and you ask anybody in my hometown that went to school with me, man, back in North Drive, I was a bully. Man, I was messed up coming up, man. Without the father figure, didn't have a father figure at all. Still don't, till this day. And he lived right down the street from me, and still wasn't there. But I guess that's what caused me to be kind of rowdy back when I was going to school. So me doing my bully thing allowed me to release some of that stress that I was going through. And I would I would basically go around school just beating up niggas, on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I think you got a pretty, tight rep. Let me go over and holler at you real quick, see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Whoop his ass. After that, go to the next one. And once I done ran through, all the cats in school, there was this big cat. I will never forget this day, man. I will never forget this. Matter of fact, shout out to Paul, man. Paul Bunyan, that's what I called him. Paul Bunyan. We cool peoples now, though. But dude was big. He was one of those cats in middle school that had hit puberty early. He had one of those that had facial hair,
yeah,
big, probably like 6 foot tall. I was probably like 5'6". you know, but I was pretty strong. So dude grabbed me. This man threw me up against every locker and even the water fountain. And but because he was holding me, literally when he picked me up, my feet were off the ground. And I finally shook loose, picked him up, and dropped him right on his back. Knocked the wind out of him and everything, man. And I got ready to throw some blows, and TC come over there, but he was out. And at that point, you know, my reputation went sky high. You know what I mean? But that was me. That was just a little piece of what I, you know, how I was as an adolescent teen. You know what I mean? I was crazy. You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I mean? So, but I had to change that.
So was it any moment or anything in particular that made you tighten up? Be like, man, I gotta do right. You feel me? Or I gotta tighten up.
Well, it came with making $8 an hour, working at a factory, because I come from a small hick town, so the only thing to do there was to work at a factory. You know what I'm saying? If you're black and you're in good condition, or you can work and use your hands, you had all your fingers, they didn't care if you had a master's degree. They were gonna put you in the factory. And I was like, I can't do that for the rest of my life, man. Because honestly, I'm like, it's gotta be more than life to just this. So when that became my life and became my money flow, I had to make a change, man. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I definitely changed. I did a 360, a complete 360.
Tell some of the people what kind of project you got going on.
Project that I got going on now is the video. Basically, touching hands with a couple of guys, trying to figure out, you know, who has the best, you know, video making skills, you know, who got the best editing skills or whatnot, and who can actually give me what I want. So I'm shaking hands with a couple of guys, trying to figure out about getting that video situated.
Okay. So is there anywhere people can find your music at?
Definitely, Reverb Nation. I want to direct everybody to Reverb Nation. That's reverbnation.com/X is #1. You can find me there. reverbnation.com/X is #1. Or you can go to Reverb Nation and just type in Lamar Owen. You'll be able to find me.
Spell that for the people?
Huh?
Spell that for the people?
Lamar Owen, LAMAROWEN at Reverb Nation. You can find me. Same thing on if you go to Instagram, Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. I'm on Twitter more than I am on Instagram. So if you look up God of Hip Hop, you can find me. God_of_hip hop. You'll be able to find me.
Okay, so how you come up with that?
God of Hip Hop. Basically, man, I consider that it's been a while since I've heard someone actually spit something like some real shit, to be for real with you. I love hip hop. I feel that I'm the best at what I do, you know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of guys say that, but I'm gonna let y'all decide on that one though. But I came up with God of Hip Hop because, I mean, I feel that what I have to offer is godlike. You know what I mean? I look at Tupac. In my opinion, he's the god of rap. You know. I look at Bob Marley, god of reggae. I look at Michael Jackson, god of pop. R. Kelly, god of R&B. You know what I mean? And the list goes on. You know. So I figured, hey, I wanna follow in their footsteps. So why not be the god of hip hop? You know. So yeah.
Is there anybody in particular in the industry that you like to work with?
Man, dude, glad you asked that. Hell yeah, man. It's I love the artists that Dr. Dre, you know, discovered, seen and put on, you know what I mean? Interscope, love Dre, Eminem, Shady Aftermath, Def Jam. I look at them because they put artists on who are legendary. And I don't just look at people, and I mean legend. When I say legendary, I mean artists like, you're looking at Def Jam, and you're looking at Jay-Z, you're looking at Redman, Method Man, DMX. You're looking at cats like that. You're looking at Interscope, you're looking at Eminem. Will always be remembered for generation after generation. You're looking at Dr. Dre. Will always be remembered. Everybody he ever put on, everybody who ever walked his path will always be remembered. 50, I mean, the list goes on, man. Definitely does.
Okay, so if you was to say your particular style, what would you compare your style to, or is your style even comparable?
A style, I feel like regardless of anyone, if anyone tells you that their style cannot be comparable, I believe that they're lying or just full of it. Because you could always be compared to someone. Somebody's comparable or similar, even if you're different, even if you're just different, like 100% different, it's still somebody out there that has done it or sounds similar. So honestly, I would have to say my style would have to be like, and you want me to compare my style to someone?
Yeah, if you could, like, if somebody was to say, hey, you remind me of this person, or to yourself.
Okay, I've heard, well, from not just my opinion, from what I've heard on social media, a lot of cats tell me that I see that sound like Dre, like Dr. Dre. I've heard Soulja Slim. I heard some guy named Trey. I don't know. I'm not sure who that one is. I've heard who is that? I've heard DMX, Tupac. I've heard when I get, I can actually spit fast too. Bone Thugs. I mean, I've heard a lot of similarity cats that sound similar to what I do. So basically, man, I am everybody's favorite rapper. I'm everybody's favorite rapper wrapped into one, basically, with his own, you know what I'm saying, with his own touch to it. You know what I mean? I got that more of a Midwest flow. You know what I'm saying? So that's something, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to bring to the table.
Okay, then. That's nice. So when it comes to like your future, like do you remember one of the first songs or first performances you ever did?
First performances I ever did. What do you mean, like
the first time you performed, or even the first time you wrote a song and recorded? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You took the name of it?
Yeah, the name of it was, what was the name of that track? It was Mental Thought. I believe it was Mental Thought. Yeah, it was Mental Thought. That's what I called it. It was just a 16, it was a freestyle. I think it was 16 bars, 20 something bars I dropped. And when I freestyled it was the best freestyle I had ever heard like me do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of cats were liking it. So I was like, I'm gonna make this into a song. So I took that and just wrote it down and made sure I kept it, you know? And that was the first time I ever recorded something, and I just called it Mental Thought.
So, do you have like any, like the fan base? How do you see that growing? Like, do you have like any kids, anything that look up to you, anything, or have you ever been approached by someone that be like, hey, I heard your music and all that, and how did that feel?
All the time, man. Every time I go home. Hoptown, shout out to Hoptown. That's, they're my peoples, man. That's my fan base. They treat me like family every time I go there. Basically, man, I was my pops, my brother, may God rest his soul, Loman. We're all popular, man. We're all well known back in the time. You know what I'm saying? You go to my town and you ask for us, Loman Owen, Lamar Owen, somebody. If you ask 4 people, I'm pretty sure out of that 4, at least one of them know. Like every 2 out of every 3, let's say 3 people, at least one of them know who we are. Like well known, very, very well known back in town. They show love, they show respect. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I'm trying to take that same respect and that same love and bring it here to Georgia and do the same exact thing. So, yeah. I mean, I get that all the time. Every time I go back home, I'm just trying to bring it here.
So how does it feel to know that you have children that may look up to you or hear your music? How does that make you feel? And does that give you a conscious effort of the type of music you want to write?
Well, that's the reason I'm doing it. That's actually the reason I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it to basically leave a legacy, to leave some knowledge on people like people like me, people who actually look. Because the first time I ever heard Dr. Dre, DMX, Bob Marley, you know, they spoke to me in a way no one else could. When I heard the music, Redemption song, just about every song that they heard, I can relate to that because of what I went through. And I know that there are people going through what I've went through, if not worse. So I feel like if I can touch them and reach out to them the same way these artists have reached out to me and touched me and affected my life in such a way, then I would like to inflict that on someone else and let them know that, hey, this is what rap actually sounds like. This is where it needs to go. Let's keep this going. You know what I'm saying? This is where hip hop stays, and hip hop does not need to die off and fade out. So that's why I feel it's my duty to call myself the god of hip hop, because I want to keep it alive and I want to keep it afloat. So I'm doing everything that I can do to maintain that.
Okay, one last thing. If you can't give advice to any up and coming artists, you know, what kind of advice would you give them?
My advice to you would be, never stop what you're doing. Make sure that what you're doing is 100% original. Don't come out here trying to be like someone else or sound like someone else. You know, again, there are similarities, but again, uniqueness is key. Don't come out here trying to be like everybody else, because that ain't shit, man. That ain't shit. And that's my advice to them. Keep hustling.
All right, y'all already know it's your boy G Cole here with Armageddon. This is the land of the vlog.
I can't be defeated. Lyrically, I'm a genius. It's a fetus straight out the penis. Nobody couldn't see it. My mission with no competition just cleared up my vision. Seems to be the only thing that's keeping me out of prison. Ammunition with an extension equals bad intentions, but no dissing for any nigga making hella commission. Still wishing I had better feelings on healing my religion. What causes friction is whether God is fiction or non-fiction. These conditions make decisions like doctors making incisions. No need in paying attention to the drug dealer. There's one way in and no way out. Keep on trying to be down like your homie the clown. Go to jail and get your manhood passed around. It'll be the most hardest gangster faggot you'll ever see. He was a nigga that walked the streets just like you and me. Till he went to the pen and became sweet like the Skittles you eat. Is this poetry or is this how reality speaks? Cause I can go on for days and I can go on for weeks about how I can crush MCs like saltines in the palm of my hand. What don't you understand? When I step on the mic, I blow up like a Taliban. Damn.